Hello there everybody, this is my first foray into tramway modelling, and it all takes place in this shoebox right here. So here it is, the first part of my layout in a box, a shoebox to be precise, and you can see it is really complicated. Look at all that really complex track work and all that high-end materials that I've used to do the base layer of weathering and detailing. Not really, I haven't done any weathering. What I have done though is I've stuck an old piece of track on to a bit of board and then onto a bit of cardboard to give me the start of my layout. Now, this depicts a tramway terminus. Now, tramway terminuses were a little bit different to normal railway ones. Tramways quite often in big cities, places like Liverpool, Leeds, Blackpool to an extent, Manchester as well in the initial run, were double track the whole way through, and the only time it ever went down to single track was at the terminus. Now you can see we're a single track here. This is a terminus. I did actually want a set point here, like it happened in real life, so trams could come in either way, go down to a single track, the trolleys could turn around when it was relevant, and then it could be sent back on the down line, so a new tram could come on the up, and vice versa. Now I wanted to do that because that would be some really fun operations, but I don't have the space for it. So what I've decided to do is just depict literally the last length of track in the line. Now, because obviously this is in a shoebox, don't want it to feel too claustrophobic, but I do want it to feel somewhat urban. Obviously tramways were predominantly urban means of transport. Some of them did run into the suburbs, and that's kind of what I wanted here. This is going to be a fictional line in a fictional city, so I've left a space here where some housing's going to go, terraced house probably, just so we've got some kind of scenic break for the trams to disappear behind, or at least look like they're disappearing behind something. Along here I am going to bring in a little bit of some kind of embankment, just some long overgrown grass like I've done on some of the other layouts that I've done, just because I think A, it looks quite cool, and B, it's not something that's often seen on tramway layouts, is greenery, and this is a nice cheap easy way of doing that. I'll have some walling put across here as if it's been hemmed in. This is very much like out of town. Maybe this is somewhere where people commute to go for a walk into a park or something like that. Along the back here I'll have some big overbearing retaining wall that'll scratch build. That'll be pretty cool, and I think it'll just allow me to have a play about a little bit with some photography opportunities and things like that. So that's the initial plan. The next stage for me is going to be sticking down these cobbles, which are going to go in all the way around. Obviously I'm going to leave a space for the terrace house there, but yeah, cobbles all the way around, inlay them in the track, and across the back. I'm going to leave obviously a little bit across the back so I can put that retaining wall in. But yeah, hopefully it should be quite fun. Yeah, let's get to it. And here we are post detailing, well, the first stages of it anyway. We have got the big embankment up there. You can see I've left some of it clear. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put just some brickwork along there. Left the back free as well because I need to build that wall. We've got a terraced house there. Plenty of room for the trams to come and throw. And this is obviously where the pylons will be. So it's still all a bit wet, I thought I'd give you an update now. Obviously all the cobbles need to be detailed and things like that, and I've actually got some hanging basket liner which I'm just going to stick onto there now, just so we've got that big overbearing vibe that I quite like for some of my layouts, especially ones with square edges like this one. So yeah, I'm going to hop to. And here we are, work in progress. We have got a rebutment put in there. This part of the layout I'm just going to keep as like overdraft coming in. It also covers up some of the harsher lines there that I've done. Began to start picking out some random bricks here and there in different colours. I'll probably do 3 or 4 different colours, just so there's a bit of variety. Obviously it's a big flat space really considering the size of the layout. So yeah, Ballast has gone on as well. Whatever glue I've used has reacted funny. It does all run still, but I need to get rid of that green, so I'm probably just going to paint it into a rust colour. Yeah, you can kind of see the vibe I'm going for. We've got a balloon in at the moment. I've also started the initial stages of building the back wall. It's made out of the same material as this. I'm hoping for that claustrophobic feel that some industrial centres got. So really rough, Whitley, we're about here. Obviously I've not done hardly any brickwork to the retaining wall, but I've done a fair bit to the cobbles and the wall there. And yeah, I think it looks quite cool. Obviously it needs to be all weathered in and blended and stuff, but yeah, it's taken me ages to do, but it's actually quite enjoyable, quite therapeutic. So yeah, working away, but yeah, I think that'll look quite impressive for photography. So I've done some work on the retaining wall at the back. You can see pre and post weathering. Really simply, all I do is take some of this weathered grey, just build that in, makes it look grimy, makes it look sooty, makes it like it's actually been lived in, rather than this cobblestoney sort of stone there, the sandstone. You can see I've also done that on the pedestrian bit. Obviously this is going to be our back wall. As such, I have added some streaking on it, just to make it look a little bit different, and yeah, just vary it up a little bit. I'll maybe do just one streak over this side, but yeah, it's probably a little bit heavy for a tramway, but I quite like it. So yeah, I'm going to press on and do the other side, but I just kind of wanted to show the pre and post work. So yeah, let's get to. I put them all together and put it on my story on @Heapton Colliery over on Instagram. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. Obviously this is me gluing the pylons in. Pylons is the wrong word, but I can't think of it off the top of my head at the moment. And this is me playing about some photography opportunities. Looking pretty good, I think. A little bit more blendings occurred. I have glued the retaining wall in, as well as the wall capping for the end there. I need to find some more of this material so I can basically stuff it down, bring it through. A little bit more work needs blending it in here, but you can kind of see the vibe that I was going for. I've also reballasted. Annoyingly, I couldn't find the same ballast that I used for this, for the actual track side. So I've found a different sort of ballast and basically blended it in that way, with a little bit of weathering. Hopefully it should look all right. And also I have obviously fitted the electricity panels. These are wrong, these are mainline ones rather than specialist tramway ones, but I had them in a box, so what are you going to do about it? When I build a proper tramway layout, I'll fit some proper ones, but I did have two of these lying about, and I've done for a couple of years, so it was nice to just kind of use them up. I think they're Dapol originally, but yeah, all in all, looking quite good at the moment, I think. Quite glad I went for the ballasted track work rather than the cobblestone. It just offers something slightly different, and obviously there's a lot of this cobblestone and brickwork effect at the moment on the layout, so yeah, a bit of ballast just helps break that up. Okay, a little bit of a nerve-wracking on this. I've not run anything onto the layout yet, so let's see if it works. Okay, we've got power in. None of the track's been cleaned or anything, neither of the wheels, but let's see. Very satisfying to see that work. Really simple fiddle cassette used. Really simple. Literally just a bit of MDF, much like the actual base of the layout, with just some Pico wires attached. So yeah, let me go get a tram, we'll see. Okay, if this is a tramway layout, we need a tram, don't we? This is a Bachmann one. To be honest, I bought it for the chassis, but then I've actually found that a couple of places like Plymouth actually did use some American style trolley cars, as well as Llandudno does a little bit like now. So anyway, I'm going to see if it runs. Maybe not. Hold on, let's have a little bit of encouragement. The track's not been cleaned, like I said. Also, I've never run this before, so it's good to see it actually running. Let's see. And movement in. That's so satisfying to see. It's not running perfectly, it's not been cleaned, neither has the layout, but we have movement on the layout. You know what? I'm going to let this one go, and then I might do some videos. We've never had a running session on this channel, so let's get into that. So now on to my final thoughts. The layout is alright. It's still missing some details. Things could do with blending in and whatever. You know, the wall down here, I'm not sure whether you'll have seen in any of the video, is basically not touching the ground because of the height that it was across here. But I'm going to do that in another video. Same with the blending across here. And basically the blending in is going to be a video called How to Detail a Model Railway, because I think that works better as a standalone. Also, this video is significantly longer than I wanted it to be already. So, what do I think of the model? I think it's alright. Not too happy with the posts. They've been clipped and whatever, and that's just kind of made them a bit bent. No, I've pointed that out to you, you're not going to be able to unsee it. The wire is a bit naff and it needs to be changed. However, I started it off as something to take some photos on, and I think I've done that. I think it's got a good variety about it, and it's something that I'm quite proud of. Like I say, when I've done the detail, it'll just bring it up a little bit more. A few figures, a few bits dotted around, but yeah, that is my tramway in a box.